Kia ora whanau, you're listening and watching to Voice of Aroha. We are bringing you a new story, a new guest, and a new episode. So thank you for joining us and watching this. And today I'm co-hosting this with my lovely colleagues and friends. So I will start and see introducing them.
Ladies first.
And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Kodrin. I'm really excited for this interview today. We're interviewing Laura Gordillo, who's a big influencer, and yeah, it's lovely to see you two again. I'm very excited to be filming in season 4. How are you doing, Ben?
Very well, thanks. Tēnā tātou, those who are actually listening and watching us, welcome to Voice of Aroha. Yes, pretty excited. Yeah, it's been a busy week for us, hasn't it?
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much, team, and very welcome again to this lovely. So yes, as Rita mentioned, we are having a special guest, which Rita already exposed the name, which is great.
I'm too excited.
Yes, that's right. So this person, I will read her bio, which is the bio. It's more about. I can see that the person who have a lot of dreams and ambitions and expectations to fulfill her dreams, that she have challenged some norms in her life and some other tick boxings, and she have choose a journey to start from nothing into being a successful lady. So, and that is inspirational story. We will welcome her and tell her to tell us more about her journey into from the place that she come from to New Zealand or Terua. So let's welcome her and Laura. Laura, how are you doing? And welcome.
Kia ora, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and so excited to share my experience with all of you. Yes, let's start.
So first, we would love to start with you, Laura, about where you joining us today. So we are doing this video call from where you are in New Zealand.
I am in Auckland, based in Auckland. I just came from work.
Okay, how's the weather in Auckland?
Oh, well, it's a little bit windy, but sunny.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So we are both in the North Island.
How
So,
about you guys?
uh, how's the weather, guys? Can you tell about our Wellington city weather?
Windy Wellington, definitely.
Very, very, very windy.
It's very welcome. So we hope that we can get a good quality of the video as well while this technical and internet issues could continue. By moving on, Laura, so tell us and the people who are watching this podcast and also will be listening to this episodes, tell us about yourself, who you are, Laura, and what you do.
Well, uh, my name is Laura. I am from Colombia. I'm proud to be a Latina. I came as an student, English student in New Zealand, with many expectations, many dreams, but just for short term, 6 months. But after I decided I would like to stay in New Zealand for a long, long time. And yeah, many stories, many challenges to share with you. And this is me basically now. Yeah.
Awesome, that's amazing and very welcome. So, which one you would love to start with? So, should we start about your journey of coming? How was that? How you made that decisions to come to New Zealand?
Well, I just finished. I am psychologist back in my country, and I say to my mom, "Okay, I need to improve my English. I need to live the dream outside of my country. Could you please support me?" So she said, "Okay, I can support you for 6 months, but you will come back." I say, "Okay, I promise." And it had been a long, long time. Then I just last year went home, right, to see my family and see how you change, how you were before, left home, and now how you are now. So, yeah, the first was very difficult to arrive to New Zealand. I came to a homestay. I am staying homestay. And then after that, I move and live in a flat, looking for a job. Yeah, improve my English and understand the culture as well because it's totally different.
It's great. And so within that 6 months that you say you're going for the 6 month, what have been changed to you? So how was your experience, let's say, when you first arrived to New Zealand? What was your expectation, and how you manage it with coming with a low level of English to survive in a new culture, and then and how you did it? Like, tell us a little bit more of this, and then
Well,
I will pass also to my team to get into the questions.
so I I came with zero English. I I didn't say anything. I really promise. I will never forget the day I arrived because my tears just came out and I couldn't stop. I didn't call my family for like 1 week
Mm.
um, because, how can I express myself? So I just use Google Translate, and my my expectation was to get job as soon as I arrive, right?
Yeah.
To to help myself. I don't want my parents to support me. I just want
Mm.
buy things for myself, and maybe if I can help them, it will be better. So yes, I remember my homestay just try to explain like you need to create your CV, you need to just uh, get your ID, go to the bank. These small steps that you need to do. I feel like I born again, reborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So it was quite challenging.
Mm. Yes. Mm. Great. Cool.
That is incredible, Laura. Sorry to interrupt you, Kodrina. I'm just amazed as well. I mean, thinking what an incredible journey. Going from not speaking any English at all,
Yeah.
arriving in New Zealand, coming from Colombia, and then with the training in psychology. I'm really interested by what made you, what inspired you to start your own business? Because I hear you're now a business development manager, and I've been doing amazing things as well as I think a few other things. I've seen you've got a very successful TikTok. You're an influencer. What made you have this? It seems like quite a big shift from psychology to really being inspired to start a new business, let alone in such in a new country. And there must have been you've already talked about navigating IDs and stuff like that, getting all those documents. What inspired you, and how was your process of sort of navigating that? Setting up new business in New Zealand of all places.
I believe since I born, I am very ambitious and determined. So even it was hard times, I just keep going and keep dreaming. Right? I didn't share with my family what happened with me during these 6 months after I, survive,
Yeah.
survive, and just keep going, working myself as well, like mindset, finding. I found my partner, but I didn't have intention, like I will have a partner or I will go for it. I didn't have any intention, but it's just working on myself every day. Like I need to do it. I need keep doing. Of course, I work in hospitality industry first, right? And from there, I start just move forward. Um, I remember when I started food runner as a food runner in Ponsonby Central. And
Oh,
after I
wow.
moved to another restaurant in CBD. And I start getting, as a food runner, I start getting tips. So the manager said, "Oh, Laura, you are getting a lot of tips. I don't understand why you are a food runner. And I say, I don't know either. And he said to me, he said, we sit, and he said, I really want you to become a waiters. I was so much happy, so much happy. And I say my boyfriend like, oh, I am here now. I'm getting this position, right? So he say, just do it. And I say, no, my English is still, poor, basic. I don't know how to take orders, especially when the Kiwis talk. They are talking really fast. So he just say, try it and do it. So I say, okay, let's do it. And from there, also I start like, okay, I need to get better. I need to get better. After I moved to a catering company, I basically did like assistant. And after that, I work as an educator in daycare. And in the meantime, I also do my social media influencer because I want to inspire people, and I think it's nice to share with others my story.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for that, Laura. I'm just really impressed at your incredible attitude. Like, you sound like you've just taken it so steadily, treating everything like baby steps when really they're huge things. Being promoted as a waitress and then going to a daycare, that's incredible, and especially with your English journey. So, yeah, thank you so much for sharing your incredible attitude. And it sounds like that may be maybe one of the many secrets to your success. I think you're too humble, really, about how far you've come. But it's really lovely. So thank you.
Oh my God,
Past
so many tears. I just when I my first home was in Glenfield, right? And now I'm living in Takapuna. And I say to my boyfriend, oh my God, I just recognized the place when I was crying on the street, dropping off the bus, and asking myself what I'm here, what I need to do, how can I improve. It's not easy, but also it's not that hard, right? You need
Mm.
you need to find the opportunities and create the opportunities as well.
I was actually quite engrossed with what you were saying. It's absolutely amazing. It's language is actually a form of communication, and it's a key to actually how you succeed and or not in a particular country, especially when the country is actually new to you and it's not your first language. So I mean, my Spanish is pretty horrible, and I'm trying to imagine how I would actually fare out going into a new country and getting a new job. So it's I'm really inspired, and like Rata mentioned, it's quite inspiring how you actually formed that to your advantage. Um, just following from that, how do you adapt that sort of the services to meet your community? So if you've got similar community backgrounds, how do you adapt the messages that you do in terms of your influencing or with work as well? Um, do you, how do you actually tailor that into those from different cultural backgrounds?
Well, so 2 years ago, I started to promote a skincare brand. It's called Nuski. So I start just with my Facebook group and promoting the creams, making videos. I like it. And but I thought that it doesn't work just promoting something, for making nice and beauty. I say, why I can combine both, like my experience and and the beauty skincare, right? From there, I start to make it connections with people. I don't know, people start liking me. My networking increase, and I like Latin community as well, but I also like sharing with others, like Philippines, UK, and yeah.
That's amazing. I think you touched on something here, and I'm starting to see a reoccurring theme. And you said, when you were working, you were getting tips, and your manager was actually confused, and also, and the social media and people like you. I think you're a likable person, and it's that vibe and energy that you put out, which actually propels you. So, thank you for joining us. I'm really inspired by your journey. I'll send it back to you, Cody, for the next one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And so before we go to the second round of the questions, let's go for a little break and we're back right now. Welcome back, guys. We are just having was amazing corridor with Laura, and hopefully we're trying to get it right pronunciations. So within that say, I will also page now we have a good sections to ask a quick questions. So team, who wanna do the second round?
I'm very excited to hear about Laura's amazing experiences, and I'd love to get to know you a bit better. So I've just got some fun questions for you. Remember, don't think too hard about them. Just the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh my God.
Okay, first.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
here we go. Ready, very quick. Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I have a puppet. In Colombia,
Coffee or
dogs. Sorry?
Coffee or tea?
No, water.
Neither.
No, either. Yeah. Sorry.
All good. All good. We got it. Tea or coffee?
Oh, that's a great question. So you see, the first one was coffee or tea. Now it's tea or coffee.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Beach or mountains?
Beach, definitely.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, I am both for my boyfriend. But I will say morning person, 5 a.m. every day.
Woo! That's cool.
No matter what.
No matter what, every day.
See, I was really wondering about the last question because I was thinking surely this will be the the secrets to success. When exactly you're getting the maximum hours, but it's both. And I was not expecting that. That's the louder way of morning and night. Always amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. That was amazing.
That's great. So awesome. So team, do you have more questions? So we move to another few questions.
I'll pass you back to Ben, I think.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you. That was really great. I love the part, your poor boyfriend, as you said. I think 5 o'clock, no matter what, after New Year's Eve party, that should be fun. I know you touched on some of your experiences with the challenges which you get, and I totally sympathize. And any one of our listeners which are actually listening right now know what it feels like to actually go into a new country, and it could be the smallest of things, or something which is actually quite heavy. It takes a weight on our emotions. And you talked about crying next to the bus stop in Takapuna in the past. Just putting that hat on, what are the challenges which you faced, which you have actually overcome, or just some of the challenges which you're still facing? Just talk us around some of that.
I think when someone, before I experienced when someone say no to you as an answer, if you get an interview or when you share a dream with someone and someone say no, don't do that, and you get upset, right? I think this is one of the most challenges that happened to me, especially when I was preparing myself for modeling. Someone said to me no, and after I say, oh my God, do I know? And it was very overwhelming for me. Like, why is this person saying no to me? What happened, right? What I need to be. But after, many doors open to you. So I shouldn't listen, or you shouldn't listen when someone say no to you.
Keep going. This and follow your path is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's I I'm going to go back into some of the other questions, but I'm going to pass it back to Rata to find the next question. I'll come back into some of the challenges again.
That is really interesting. Thank you so much for that, Laura. I think what I love as well about your story is, as Ben actually said, it's, I think it's one that a lot of people can relate with, and it's, although you've got a very special journey and a specific one coming to New Zealand from Colombia, I think everyone in their lives will face challenges like that, and will, have people say no to them. But you've probably had people say no more than others, and just your persistence and your ability to keep saying yes and keep going, pushing through has, I think, set you apart to other people. So thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much. Just wondering, thinking about those skills that you have and applying those to your business. I was wondering what you think sets your business apart from others, and if there are other things like your persistence that contribute to your success, and other key factors that you believe have enabled you to succeed in the business world as well as just in general life.
I think the most important thing for me when I am supporting any brand or when I join another person is that have my same values and philosophy, lifestyle, because it need to be coherence, right? So respect. If you ask me about the values, respect for the other person, follow what your intuition say, and yes, New Zealand is very multicultural, so we need to be so much inclusive.
Mm.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Laura. I think I certainly could take that on board and make sure that everything I'm doing is really following. And I like you were saying coherence as well. Are the things in my life matching up? And that makes a lot of sense for a business as well as just for living your life. Thank you.
I was just going to Totoko what Laura was saying. I think your values and your philosophies would actually become your brand as part of you, as part of what you actually present to people, and that's actually quite key in terms of relatability. I know you mentioned you studied psychology before. Am I right? Am I right? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you use some of that to your day-to-day businesses as or in terms of influence and something which you've actually learnt and academic, or do you apply it to say if you're doing TikTok or Instagram videos?
I love my career. I always, if I want to develop my skills in this area, I will do it in human resources. But to be honest, I never apply what I learned. Everything is from my lifestyle or who I became. But no, I never mix like, oh, I learned this one from my degree. No, I didn't do that because I think you need to feel it as well, you need to
Yes,
show who you are.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's totally relatable. I studied engineering and I haven't actually used it once in my life. I don't think many people are actually studying the first in that realm or maths or something use it at all. So
Actually, now I read more books than before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, you don't have to study. That you just
yes, life.
Well, this is very interesting conversations, but look, guys, I work as a student advisor, so don't tell people do not study. That's not good advice. Maybe you can say everyone have a different lifestyle, but yeah,
I
that's
mean,
really cool.
I wish. Sorry, I wish in university they teach me many things, before, like economic, about lifestyle, right?
Yeah. Yes.
How to manage my money, my time, how to improve my health, my mindset. So I wish I could start younger, but
Yeah. That's so true. But no, guess what? There's still time to learn and do things better in this world. So
yeah,
that is what having this kind of interview and talk with you, this is kind of learning, is education. Now you are sharing your story with us and the people who will watch and listen to this. A lot of people will get inspired. So we are coming to the end of the time, Laura. Before if team don't have any questions and other things, I would love to ask you for last questions is about what's your advice for someone like you if they want to be a modeling or branded influencers, what they should do and where they start?
I think you need to be very honest to yourself with your goals, what you want to do overseas, right? New Zealand, I think, have many opportunities for many industries. So it's like set your goals, be your own cheerleader, and do networking. I couldn't share before, but I also, during the COVID, I say myself, well, I don't have anything to do, anything. What I need to do, how can I improve myself, which courses I can join. I did a volunteer, so we wrote a book. We interview a lot of refugees and immigrants. So I'm so grateful that my timing during the COVID was very productive. So yeah, basically that. Just do it.
Just do it, and I
Do
love that.
it.
Just do it. Thank you so much, and really appreciate your time you're taking today with us. And let's finish it with that. So thank you, Laura, and let's say to also tell our listeners and who are watching, just do it. Follow your dreams and just do it.